Kia ora koutou. I'm Murray from Christian World Service, speaking to you today about the Christian World Service Christmas Appeal. Thank you so much for sharing God's love for the world by partnering with us with people on the front line of climate crisis, emergency and disaster, especially where water is part of their daily struggle. Please do what you can to let hope flow this Christmas. In Uganda, Caleb lost both his parents to AIDS. With his sister, he then went to live with his grandmother. At only 13 years old, Caleb had already seen the impact of climate change. The rainy seasons are unreliable, the droughts more severe, and water levels are falling in the region where he lives. Today, Caleb's closest source of water is 2 kilometres from home, and it is deadly. It's contaminated runoff from a farm full of toxins and disease. Caleb and his sister both fell desperately ill with dysentery after drinking this water. Only Caleb survived. He lost his sister. But Caleb does know hope. His grandmother is part of a group of carers of orphans. Each month they meet and she puts her tiny savings towards paying for half the cost of a rainwater tank. The other half will be paid by donations like yours from here in New Zealand. Sustainable storage of good, clean water will mean far better health, nutrition, education and income for Caleb and his household. No more chronic illness or exhausting hours carrying 20 kilos of filthy water. More time for Caleb at school, more vegetables in his grandmother's garden, more hope for the future. This is just one of many programs that your Christmas Appeal prayers and donations will support for people on the front line of the climate crisis. Practical and psychosocial support for people losing their homes and livelihoods to the rising Pacific and more intense disasters. Water pipes, emergency water, and other support to Palestinians living in the Holy Land and neighbouring countries. Irrigation, training in sustainable agriculture, and emergency supplies in disaster-struck Nicaragua after Hurricane Julia and the drought. In Pakistan, where months later people are trying to rebuild homes and livelihoods after floods put a third of the country underwater. You can support people recover from this disaster. There are so many ways you can stand with people living on the front line of the climate crisis, all through the Christian World Service Christmas Appeal. Thank you, Ngā mihi nui, for letting hope flow this Christmas.